Sono Chino Sadami. What's up, it's Toxeyboyo, and we're back with another death battle reaction. Wait, that's really great. This might be the last one that we do, or that we record for today. Just maybe. Who knows? No one knows for sure. Anything could happen. I'm open to suggestions. You know, I'm down to clown. I'm DTF. Why did I say that? So today we're looking at DIO in all caps. So this is part 3 DIO, Stardust Crusaders DIO, versus Alucard from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Battle of the Vampires, I suppose. I'm actually really into this idea. You know, sometimes I scroll through them for a while. Up, Jesus, I can't even see the freaking progress bar. Why am I looking at an ad for Blue Chew? Sometimes I scrub through for quite a while to like see something interesting, and this one kind of just like jumped right out at me, and I was like, "Hey, okay, I'm into that." I'm not like I'm just a little bit of Hellsing Ultimate, not a whole lot. That's really, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And as far as DIO is concerned, I've watched the first 4 parts of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know if his involvement in part 6 adds any context to the character that I don't currently have. If so, please let me know. But because I don't know very much about Alucard, I'm gonna say he's probably gonna win, just because like it's typically the character that I'm the least well versed on that has more to their kit. But I don't really have a dog in this fight. I think both characters are super cool. I guess I like DIO a little bit more. That's just because I watched more JoJo's than I did with Hellsing. But yeah, we're gonna skip the preamble like always and react to what they say after the battle is over. Let's get started. I should probably, there you go. You interrupted my dinner. You know, it's Patrick Seitz. You gotta give his voice a little bit more weight, a little bit more gravity. You know what I mean? Like, so you still want to fight? You know, you thought your first kiss would be Jojo, but it was I. No, you know what I mean? Like, I just think your Humud training avails you nothing. You gotta dig a little deeper when it comes to Patrick Seitz' voice. But then again, I am a Patrick Seitz glazer day one, and I always will be. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna apologize for that. Come closer. Ah, there we go. I mean, for me, so I don't know if Alucard is vulnerable to the sun like DIO is. DIO is very vulnerable to the sun. That much I do know. So if this fight takes too long, DIO is just gonna lose. But apart from that, there's really no other way to permanently destroy DIO. You can incapacitate him very greatly if you like destroy his body, but he's not gonna be gone unless he gets erased by the sun. I don't know if he's got that same limitation. What? Is it just because he does it in the fight against Jojo? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Well, I mean, I guess I asked the same thing about the fight against Jotaro. Why would he go get a steamroller? I don't even know if there was one in the area. I don't know if they were doing any construction on the roads or anything like that. But why did he go get a road roller? He wouldn't get one or two for some reason. I Sometimes being referential isn't as important as like just having a good fight play out. So is he gonna turn like Dio Super Saiyan the way he does in the fight against Shotaro? Oh, well there goes his jacket. Because you imagine how scary that shit is. I don't really have too terribly much to say here, unfortunately, but like, I don't know, I'm kind of just locked in. I forgot about Dio's other vampire powers. I forgot he can remove the vapor from your blood, and he's got like eye lasers, and he's got all kinds of other shit that he can do. I completely forgot about that. My bad. What's the point of Hamon? Like, outside of the fact that it's a good counter to fighting a vampire, is that what it was created for? To fight vampires? How many vampires are there? Why is Hamon? Why is there a technique that lets you breathe in such a way that you can use sunlight punches? You know what I mean? What is that? What is that? Anyway. That it? I guess so.
Alucard pulled out all the stops, but like the bloody drink, it was in vain.
Right.
He may have been the king of the vampires in Hellsing, but Dio had everything he needed to clip the bird of Hermes' wings.
Alucard's strategy in most fights is to heal from an opponent's attacks until they get tired, then take advantage of an opening. But he couldn't do that here because Dio didn't really have any openings, and Alucard wasn't nearly as strong or as fast to compensate.
Alucard could survive crashing that jet and move.
Well, Dio's healing factor was inferior to Alucard's. It was still potent enough to heal from any of Alucard's attacks, especially with Alucard's blood always available to drink. I don't know, because certain mythologies don't necessarily get into what happens when a vampire drinks the blood of another vampire. I guess for Dio it's fine, but I don't remember them ever showing him doing that in JoJo's.
1,500 times faster than sound, but scaling from Stone Free and Silver Chariot, the world could punch relativistic meteors and move 1,500 times faster than light. That would make Dio nearly
I didn't know that.
40,000 times stronger and 800,000 times faster than Alucard.
Hell, Alucard couldn't even see.
While his third eye can see through illusions, it does not allow him to see invisible spirits. Alucard has also never interacted with ghosts or the like, and would be unable to hurt a stand. You can hurt a stand by hurting its user.
Or hurt the world in the first place because he's not a stand user. And since Stone Mask vampires vampires from Jojo aren't weak to holy weapons like Hellsing vampires are. Al's guns were more or less dead weight.
Plus,
While the Jackal nullified Anderson's healing factor by doing more damage than he could heal from, Dio's durability and regeneration are far better and would heal easily from the Jackal. I don't know what that is. So, real quick, before you guys want to call me a LARP or a tourist or whatever, assuming that those words are still popular by the time I get this video out, when I say that I watched a little bit of Hellsing, I mean when it was on Toonami in like 13 or 14. I don't remember. I don't remember any other characters' names on that show. To be completely honest with you, I just don't. I don't. Sorry.
Alucard just had no way to get past the time stop. Even if he did, somehow, Dio could just freeze him on contact.
And considering Dio has taken punches from Star Platinum, Hal would have had trouble doing damage even if he got the chance.
Stands are capable of interacting with intangible opponents, like when Silver Chariot blocked an attack from the Shadow Stand, Sethon. So Alucard's intangibility would not have protected him. I don't remember this. To be fair, I watched part 3 7 years ago,
Dio's far greater speed
and I have not really revisited it since then.
He could realistically kill Alucard 3 million times in quick succession. Without
Alucard would not know that Dio was weak to sunlight and would not think to exploit that. So apparently Alucard does not have that vulnerability. Even if the fight lasted until the sun came up, Dio would simply hide until nightfall.
any viable options
Hide
to
where?
attack or openings to exploit, Alucard's soul-based regeneration meant he would run out of lives eventually, and level 0 only sped up that process.
Despite numbers, the vast majority of Alucard's familiars are physically human and would be unable to overcome Dio's durability, let alone his stand, time stop, freezing, or speed.
Sure, that army's nothing to scoff at, but consider the time Dio's eye beams split those huge-ass clouds.
Estimating the size of the clouds and the speed at which they moved, Dio's beams must have output an energy of over 10 megatons of TNT, enough to wipe out Alucard's army in one go, leaving him vulnerable. Just like when this other vampire
Why didn't that then like remove Jonathan's arms? Who's contacting me? I see. While Dio would not know to target Alucard's heart specifically, he wouldn't need to. His blows are powerful enough to destroy Alucard's entire body, especially in a stand rush. I think he would just go for his heart on instinct. You want to kill somebody, destroying their heart or their brain is typically what you want to do.
Walter could have killed him by piercing his heart. Alucard's even admitted it himself.
Hell, Alucard's army is filled with blood. You know, that thing that Dio uses to heal? But Wiz, what about Schrodinger? With his powers, Al can't die unless he chooses to.
While Schrodinger's quantum immortality makes him impossible to kill normally, it is literally part of the story that Alucard cannot have Schrodinger's abilities and his greater array of powers at the same time, or else he'll no longer exist. We can't give him both Schrodinger and his standard powers without breaking the lore and rules of the character.
Even if we did, it
Pretty interesting. I don't know what that means. Dio was a crafty strategic fighter. Because a fight with Schrodinger would be a stalemate given enough time, he would come up with a plan like this eventually. Plan like what? I mean, if Schrodinger would be unkillable, then what plan could you come up with?
doesn't really matter. It doesn't help him kill Dio at all, so at best it'd be a stalemate. Until Dio hypnotizes Alucard, asks him if
No, Alucard also lacks a resistance to hypnosis, as his third eye needs to be consciously activated and has notably failed against Alhambra.
about his powers and
I don't know who that is.
reject Schrody like the rest of his souls.
Shocking though it may be, Dio's overwhelming offense, impenetrable defense, and uniquely devastating abilities wore Alucard down until the No-Life King had no lives left.
Alucard got Dioned.
Boomstick, you tell the worst puns in the world.
That's right, and you're just gonna have to Dio with it. And hey, wait a minute, that was a pun. That's my territory. We talked about this.
The winner is Dio.
I was gonna say, don't say Brando. So that was interesting. Again, I don't know shit about Alucard, so I'm not gonna sit here and say that that's not how the battle should have gone. For those of you who are more knowledgeable on Hellsing / Hellsing Ultimate, please let me know what you guys think. If they missed something, I'm always gonna, get on board with dunking on Death Battle. So if there's a legitimate reason to do so here, I would love to get involved. Let me know. And also in the comments, let me know who your favorite fictional vampire is. I don't want it to be Dio or Alucard. It has to be somebody else. So it can be it could be Lestat, it could be Blade, it could be Angel, it could be Remick, it could be Stack, it could be anybody you can think of that is technically a vampire. So, okay, the parameters for vampire literally just has to be that they have sharp teeth that are meant for drinking blood, and that they are super strong or something like that. Because I know Blade does not typically drink blood. Morbius typically does not drink blood if he doesn't have to, right? They are still both vampires. That's how they work, even though Morbius is a different type of vampire. So that's why I'm not saying that they have to die in the sun. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comments who your favorite vampire is. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say